ShinRobjira.
Today we're going to be talking about the Movic Godzilla 1984 ceramic ashtray. Back in 1983, Movic was a brand spanking new company, and after just a year, they acquired the license to Godzilla and released this and a slew of others across Japan in 1984. The ceramic Godzilla ashtray has been in my collection for at least a year, maybe a little bit more now, and I gotta send out some big love and appreciation to my guy Joe for saving this lovely thing for me. Much appreciated there, Buford. Woo. And clearly this isn't meant to represent the 84 design because, come on, it looks nothing like him. I do believe these are meant to be the Godzilla Land Goji, mostly because he is shown on the boxes in these pictures right here. And all of these, for the most part, at least look related, so I guess it's a safe assumption, right? It took me the longest time to figure out who exactly made this, because there is no markings on this thing telling me who the heck made it. Thankfully, with the help of Corey, we were able to find out that it was Movic, or Movic, or Mahovic, or blah, 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 I don't know. And there are quite a few of these in terms of size and design, all that fun hibbity-jibbity. There's a lot of these. Like a lot. A whole lot. And they're not just ashtrays either. Some of them were banks, but most of them appeared to be ashtrays. I guess smoking culture in Japan in the mid-80s like that was much more of a bigger thing. And there's even a variant of this version that has glow-in-the-dark teeth and eyes, which is really, really awesome. I gotta get me one of those. Now, hopefully most of you aren't out here smoking cigarettes, but essentially, you'd be smoking your cigarette and you'd turn Godzilla around over here, you'd be flicking your cigarettes in there or leaving them in there, and the smoke would essentially just travel out of his mouth. Some would say it's the perfect Godzilla tie-in material. Ashtrays, go figure. And of course, this thing being ceramic, it's actually... What? Oh yeah! I gotta talk about this real quick. So when Joe picked this thing up for me, this either came with it or it was still inside the ashtray. And this is a handmade Godzilla pin. Beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted. Just look at that. I especially love the eye over here. And it was signed by, I believe, Pam from 1988. Pam, if you're watching this and you're seeing this, fantastic work, my gal. You're killing it. But anyway, as I was saying, this guy is made out of ceramic, so he's got quite a weight to him. And I guess I better talk about this now before I forget, but here we have the official sticker, 1984 Toho. That's how I found out that this was an official piece. Because, you know, looking at this, you'd think, okay, somebody tried to make a Godzilla ashtray and didn't do bad, but they didn't kill it. An official Toho product. But anyway, we've got white paint for the claws and toes over here. We've got white paint for the teeth, which can be a little bit on the spotty side. In fact, most of these teeth don't look like they rubbed off per se. It looks like the paint was just wet and dried with popped bubbles in it. Bit of a bummer, but honestly, it brings a whole new character to this little thing. And there we have these goofy looking eyes with more white paint bubbles in it. This side definitely fared a little bit better with the whites of Godzilla's eyes. In fact, if you look closely, it almost looks like there is an outline of where the eyes should have been painted. You can kind of feel it too, and it kind of looks like they just painted over it. And to be completely honest, I think this thing needed big, cute, adorable, mean-looking eyes, because if the eyes were a little smaller, oh boy, that'd be terrifying. Gotta say, big appreciation and a lot of love to whoever sculpted this or blew this, whatever it comes to when it comes to like ceramics and everything, because they did an amazing job. I especially love how the skin looks over here. It kind of looks like it's the base color just shining through a little bit. But then again, the base color was probably a dark green and then they just went over it with whatever color this is, an even lighter green. And I like that the whole body isn't like that. You can see that it smoothens out in some portions and the detail in and of itself changes once we get to Godzilla's tummy over here. A little bit more on the bumpy side than it is the tree barky side. And I love that they included this chody little tail over here. It's just so adorable. Speaking of small and adorable, look at these dorsal fins. There's only 3 of them, but they just look at that. It's adorable. Taking a look at the inside of this thing, I don't think it was fully used. I mean, it might have been because I'm seeing some stains in there, but that might just be from water or something, I don't know, but normally when you use an ashtray, and you put your cigarettes out in there, it leaves somewhat of a mark of a stain, you could say. And that doesn't look like stained ash. It looks like dried water to some extent. But then again, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a figure and product reviewer guy person. You can see right through them. Okay, I'll stop. Beautifully painted, beautifully sculpted. Look at the size of this thing. I can't get over how much I really do like this thing. Sure, it's very, here you go, and you've seen it, but at the same time, you really don't see weird items like this for Godzilla being made anymore. Okay, you don't really see Godzilla ashtrays being made anymore because, I mean, we've got a Swiffer mop top Kamada-kun, we've got a desktop mop Hedora plush toy. Who knows what else they're going to be making, but hey, Godzilla ashtrays. Beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted, 2 solid stars for paint and detail, and if you ever come across one of these for a decent enough price, I say pick them up. Yet again, it just feels like there are hundreds of these, be they different sizes or not even ashtrays at all. Just this general look of Godzilla seems to be everywhere, and yet until Joe gave this to me, I'd never seen one of these before. And that just really puts this weird feeling in my head. How many pieces of Lost Godzilla merchandising is still out there? I'm sure we've seen a vast majority of it, especially with the likes of Monster Island Buddies having the magnificently huge collection that he does, and sharing pamphlets and scans of all this other stuff. I mean, I didn't even know that there was Godzilla lamps until I did my Godzilla lamp review, and there's just so much, man. So much. Yet again, big thanks to you, Joe. Really do appreciate it. Finally got a review out for this thing. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you all enjoyed it, actually. Patrons, thank you so much for coming to ShinRobjira patrons. Really appreciate that. If you want to become a patron, social media merch, links in the description below. You already know. And this is it. This is the finale of Rob's Godzilla Room Reviews, the Oddities arc. Things that I don't have enough of to make a full arc out of, so I just made a full arc out of things that I couldn't make a full arc out of, and I still eventually made an arc out of. I'm getting confused. The next major arc of Rob's Godzilla Room Reviews is going to be more remakes, more figures that deserve a more updated look at them. So I hope you're all ready for that. I hope you'll all enjoy them, and yeah, that's it. Rob's Godzilla Room Reviews is almost done. That's weird to think. But anyway, see you all next time.